Many of us like impartation, and it's good. And you have some of it maybe before this teaching, this series of teaching ends. But you see, an impartation is a seed. Some of the things you are receiving spiritually now, you will need like 5 years to be able to nurture them into manifestation. It doesn't just come on you and then begins to manifest. Just like you don't take seed today, farm, and you plant today and then you want to harvest tomorrow. I had an encounter. Benny Hinn was preaching. And when I love Benny Hinn, So he was preaching and he said, do you want the power? I said, yeah. He said, stretch forth your hand. So I stretched my hand towards the television. And he began to pray and I felt a heavy weight on my chest. It was there for like 30 minutes. This was 1990-something, 1995. All right? So I had the experience and I loved it. I enjoyed it while it lasted for like 30 minutes. And then subsequently, I kept pressing in God. Then 5 years later, I now felt that thing I felt that time. And then the Lord now spoke to me and said, this is the healing anointing. And I knew that was what I contacted from Benny Hinn. But it took 5 years of consistency before the thing now became native to me. It was transferred from him as a seed. And it was my responsibility to build it, to nurture it, to fan it to flame. And in 5 years' time, it became a commodity that was now associated with my manifestation. Do you realize that in these 5 years of nurturing, the nurturing process is by saturation? Anything that depletes that saturation has already truncated the possible manifestation of that seed that you received. So if you are someone that is open to fornication, just know that there's no seed on your life that will ever reach maturity. No seed. Especially in these days where immorality is advertised. A pastor came on the pulpit and said, if someone preaches righteousness, suspect him. He's hiding something. If it were in those days, they would tie him to the stake and burn him. That demons, the whispers from the underworld have started entering into his soul. A Pentecostal preacher.